Fighting censorship. No one can take away our right to free speech. That is a violation of the First Amendment. Censorship is a form of oppression and it must be stopped at once. Time to fight censorship. Censorship affects everyone around us because we are being silenced every single day. Anyone with a different opinion is immediately shut down. The media does not want you to know the truth and is hiding something from you. If you say something they don't like, they will force you to bite your tongue. This speech is to bring awareness regarding censorship. First, you need to know how other countries do not have the same rights compared to the United States. Censorship is no joke because it is much more harmful than you think. First, I need to address online censorship. The first thing I want to talk about is censorship is considered the norm in other countries outside the United States. Vladimir Putin, the current president of Russia, committed a catastrophic event which includes the country of Ukraine. Russia claimed they are not killing innocent people, which is obviously a lie. John Sweeney, not pictured, himself witnessed the tragedy happening in Lviv. Russia is not the only country that's being heavily censored. An article published in cpj.org or Committee to Protect Journalists compiled a list of top 10 most censored countries. China is one of them. Journalists in China end up in jail if they do not comply with the Chinese Communist Party's directives. Now that we have talked about how other countries are being censored, this brings me to my next point. Censorship is much more dangerous than you think. Censorship prevents people from thinking critically. They do not want people to form their own opinion. An article written by khanacademy.org based on Karavet's work titled Censorship, an Unnecessary Evil, states that banning books is not a good idea. In fact, it leads to a lack of information. Just because one does not like a book, it does not mean that it should be banned from the bookshelves. Cancel culture is the equivalent of an angry mom. Cancel culture has been a problem in today's society. I have seen it happen with my own eyes. Cancel culture happens frequently online. If something is deemed offensive, people will silence that person because what the person said hurt their feelings. A person will be doxxed by having their private information posted on the internet. In turn, they're bombarded with phone calls telling them to kill themselves. People have been fired from their jobs because of what they post online. Now that person's life has been ruined to the point where they feel suicidal. Now that we have addressed censorship outside the US borders, along with the dangers associated with censorship, this brings me to my last point. Online censorship is another form of censorship. It may not seem like a big deal, but removing the dislike button on YouTube is a form of censorship. The dislike button gives people a chance to voice their opinion regarding a video filled with misinformation. Once the number of dislikes are removed, people will not know the difference between a good video and a bad video. Social media practices censorship and will remove any post they do not want others to see. Facebook, along with Instagram and Twitter, are guilty of this. They will flag the post and deem it inappropriate even though it does not violate the terms of service. I experienced this firsthand. When I posted a funny meme on Facebook, the next day, Facebook banned me for posting for 24 hours. In the end, it is up to us on how to deal with censorship. Censorship is a violation of human rights. Nobody should have to walk on eggshells because they fear for their lives. Free speech is being taken for granted. Compared to other countries, the United States has it so good because they're not being imprisoned for voicing out their opinion. It is important to think for yourself. Nowadays, people rely on technology to get the latest news updates. The media controls everything we see and hear. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Learn from the past and apply to the present. People deserve to know the truth and nothing but the truth. You're not alone in this battle. We will take a stand together. We are the future.